was appointed a junior accountant and was going on jobs as the chief accountant on site. No fool, making money from them at 9. And he looked and he said, I don't know how you do it. So you mean? Him said, you keep trying. So you get knocked down and you try again. And you get another idea and you try again. And he said, boy, you just keep me motivated. I said, well, I guess I can't give this up now. But all of this comes full circle, and this is why I say it really, don't run down the purpose right out the gate. That's my opinion. Don't run it down right out the gate. Figure out the things that are important to you. Figure out what the gift is. Figure out what you're called here to do. And if you pursue those things, the purpose will be revealed. And to my friend who asked earlier, does the purpose change? In my opinion, it changes, it evolves. It has micro parts and it has macro parts. So when I finally established the company, formally got it all down on paper, because if you've ever run down a dream, that's the last thing you do. You just want to know that the dream work before you go create the company. When you create the company, then government start call you. You have to figure out the dream work first. So then I finally went and put down everything on paper, and I began thinking, what's the purpose of the company? I realized that this is my purpose and the company is the tool. I want to create so much value through personal development and motivation that through me and others, we change the international perspective of Jamaica. So we put that on paper. That is something when you come and work for me, you have to learn that. Because I'll be with a client and tell the client what's our purpose. You better get it right. Come and show off to the client, say purpose important. But in pursuing that purpose that I kind of said, that's a long term. That if I do that before I'm dead, that's a good death. Just in the last 3 months, I realized how much more powerful the purpose is on the micro levels. In pursuing this vision of personal development and motivation, in being the person I have chosen to be, not the things that I do, but the person I've chosen to be. 2 things happened. One, my sister got married. And when my sister was getting married, I was not involved in anything. Me and my sister, we're not close like that. And I'm okay with that. The day before the wedding, I get a call. Jeffrey, we have a speech to write. We don't know what to write. And I went over to their room, and it was her and her husband, and the 2 of them have 2 blank papers in front of them. And they're trying to devise what's going to be our response. What are we going to tell people? What should have been a simple 5-minute writing exercise turned into a 4-hour coaching session. That then turned into speeches on the day that everybody was crying. Everybody was taking the dance floor. Everybody needed a hug. Everybody said, I'm sorry. A room of maybe 200 people transformed. I said, hold on here. Is this purpose? But it was confirmed 2 weeks ago. It was confirmed Christmas Day. We were leaving a family function, and it was me and my mom in one car, my brother and his wife in another car. And my mom just begins to unload. Now to put this into perspective, my mother was the first person to tell me what you're doing speaking to people. When I started in 2013, my mother was the first one to say, go get a real job. And she's sitting in the car with me almost 7 years later, unloading. Boy, I put on my coaching hat. And I began walking through, and I said, well, maybe you've never noticed this perspective, and you've never seen that perspective, and truthfully, you don't see it from his angle. I got angry and upset. You went to faith. Joel cut off everything. Now you're asking him to be emotional. You never asked him to be emotional when he was 10. He's now 28. He's not going to just be emotional now. Once again, what should have been a 5-minute conversation turned into a 40-minute coaching session. And last day, when they just flew yesterday, she came to me and she said, we spoke about what you shared, and things are better now. So don't put your purpose on a pedestal. Live it daily. Because when you live your purpose daily, when you begin to let go of the things that have been holding you back, when you begin to let go of the previous programming and step into what you're really called here to do, you would be impacted to impact.